day, Mouse became aware of a faint, distant rushing sound in his ears, a sound that had always been there, but he'd never paid attention to it, a sound no one ever talked about. And as time went on, he became more and more obsessed until finally he had to find the source of that sound. And so he followed his ears and followed his ears until he found it. The river rushing past, glinting in the sun. And as he stared in wonder, he heard a gravelly voice from there in the river. "Hello, friend." Why, hello. Who are you?" "I'm Frog. Who are you?" "I'm Mouse." "Oh, Mouse. Mouse, I'm a creature of strong medicine. I'm wondering if you'd like some." "Oh, why, I suppose I would." "Oh, well then, Mouse, jump." And Mouse felt a tingling in his back legs, and he jumped a little hop and went higher than he had ever imagined. And so he jumped higher and jumped higher still and sploosh into the river. Laughed Frog. "Oh, you tricked me? That was so mean." "Maybe," said the Frog. "While you were jumping, what did you see?" Well, the picture from his jump flashed in front of Mouse's eyes, and he thought, "Mountains! I saw mountains! I've never seen such a thing. How do you get to the mountains?" "Oh," said Frog, "it's not easy. But if you like, I can float you across the river on my lily pad, and you can go on from there." Well, it seemed a terrible and dangerous journey for but a tiny mouse, but he had to know, he had to see, he had to experience what it was like to be at the top of those magnificent mountains. And so Frog took him across the river safely and dropped him on the other side. On the other side of the river was desert, no place for a mouse. There was very little to eat and almost nothing to drink, and overhead, circling the terrifying, dangerous shapes of eagles. But Mouse couldn't go back and had to go on. And so darting and scurrying and scrambling, he made it across the desert until he could see the prairie, grasses growing up, and there he could spy a great dark boulder, someplace it looked like it would be safe for him to stop finally and rest. And so he scurried on through the grass and into the shade of the boulder, which he realized was not a boulder at all, but the great hairy shape of a bison who was uncharacteristically still, barely breathing except for a faint moan. "Brother," said Mouse, "how is it with you?" "Oh," said Bison, not well at all, for I've lost my eyesight, and if a bison cannot see, how can he forage, how can he roam, what life is there? None, no life at all." "Oh," said Mouse, "that's terrible. I wonder if I have medicine that might help you." Mouse took a deep breath and said, "I name you Eyes of a Mouse." And suddenly Mouse's eyes flew from his head and into the bison's, who huffed his joy. He could see again, he could see. And Mouse could not. "Oh, thank you, brother, thank you for this great, great sacrifice. What can I do to repay you?" "Well," said Mouse, there's really only one thing that I want, and that's to reach the sacred mountains. But now I can't see. Is there any way you could help me get there?" "Oh, little brother, surely I can help you with that. You stand between my hoofs and just follow the sound, and together we'll run across the prairie, and I'll protect you from the eagles overhead. No one will see you beneath my vastness." And so, bravely, between the thundering hooves of the bison, Jumping Mouse crossed the prairie until they came to the foot of the mountains. Bison said, "I can go on no longer. I'm a creature of the prairie, and so I must stop." "Well, thank you," said Mouse, "for getting me this far." Well, I wish you luck, little brother, I wish you luck. And so, sightless, Mouse did his best to clamber up the mountain, but it was very slow going, around rocks, following whatever felt like up, when suddenly he smelled something very dangerous, the smell of a wolf, and he hunched down ready to be pounced upon and eaten, but nothing happened. And finally, he said, "Brother Wolf, how is it with you?" "Oh," said Wolf, not well at all. I've lost my sense of smell, and without a sense of smell, how can a wolf hunt? And if wolf can't hunt, how can a wolf live?" Well, he can't. And so here I am on this mountain, lying down and preparing to meet my death. Well, Mouse couldn't stand the thought of this great being lost on the mountain. And so he said, "Brother Wolf, I wonder if I might have medicine that could help you. I name you Nose of a Mouse." And in that moment, the whole world of smell was lost to Mouse. But the wolf drew in a great breath and howled in his joy. I can smell. Oh, Brother Mouse, how can I ever thank you?" Well, said Mouse, "it seems silly, small and bereft as I am, but really all I want is to reach the top of the mountain. Can you help me?" "Oh," said Wolf, "I'm sure I can." And he lay down so that Mouse could clamber up into the fur of his ruff and hang on with his tiny toes while Wolf carried him to the top of the mountain, where Wolf again lay down and let Mouse crawl there to the top of the sacred mountain. "But, little brother, what will you do here?" I don't know," said Jumping Mouse, "but at least I've got to the top, to the mountain, even if I can't see the view or smell the breeze that I can feel in my fur." Wolf, able to do nothing more, padded away. And Mouse just waited there until he heard a voice, familiar, say, "Are you not Jumping Mouse?" Why, yes, I am." "Then jump." And so, Jumping Mouse gave a little hop, remembering his strong legs, a larger hop, higher and higher, until he felt himself spreading out, catching the wind. And his eyesight returned keener than ever. His scent returned sharper than ever. And there he was, riding the wind above the sacred mountain. He could see everything. And he could hear from below the voice of his friend the frog saying, I name you Eagle."